And the Gauteng department in particular is trying to map a way forward. And this is a horrific story following allegations of more sexual abuse at a primary school in Soweto here in Johannesburg. A forensic investigator allegedly assaulted 2 pupils Monday. He was at the school to prepare children for a case against a scholar patroller who allegedly molested 87 pupils. Matakanye from the National Association of School Governing Bodies has popped into Newsday to talk about this a little further. And I am assuming, good afternoon to you, that you're equally horrified about this story.
Good afternoon, Jeremy, and all the listeners. It is very hurtful. It is very frustrating, dumbfounded. We really don't know what to do, particularly that it is done by the institution that we have entrusted our lives to or on. Particularly the lives of the children. You see, when there is anything similar to crime, then we always rush to police station. So you don't really expect this to happen by people who we expect them to protect us.
You say you don't know what to do. Is there any leverage? Is there any pressure that a body like yours could bring to bear on this matter?
You see, I'm saying we don't, because look, this is the second time this type of incident happened in that school. Dr. A.B. Kluma, and for that matter is the school that is named after the president of ANC. The scholar patroller, if you remember the story, abused 87 learners in that very school. And this very forensic officer is following on that very case, you see. Now, firstly is that now, this scholar patroller must have been vetted by that police station. You see, that's what worries us most, to say, I really don't know what to do, because now, the forensic officer comes from that police station. Now, the question that we ask is, why do you send a man to work with female children, whereas there are female women who could have been sent to work with these children?
It's a question you're asking publicly. Is it a question that you have either or plan to put to the highest echelons of the SAP?
Of course, I am putting it, and I'm really calling upon the Minister of Police, the Minister of Justice, to really concentrate on that police station, and if really they can bring a solution, they can bring an answer to that to the questions that I'm raising, then it will have helped all the police stations in South Africa.
Were there safeguards or protocols within the school itself that perhaps failed or could improve?
No, you see, a school works with, firstly, the community. And within the school, there will be authorities. There will be management, there will be school governing bodies, there will be even parents and children, and with their organization within the school. However, they don't only work as a school community, they will work with the surrounding authorities, like, for instance, the police station. That very particular police station then works with this very school, and with the community of that particular.
But in this particular case, there's now, I presume, an irrevocable breakdown in trust, and it's going to take a long time before that community surely can re-establish that.
Of course. Look, as I narrated already, that it's not for the first incident. This is the second incident.
That's what makes it so horrific.
That's correct. That's what it makes so horrific. We are powerless, and we are avoiding to organize the community, because once you start organizing the community, then they are going to bypass the law, and we don't want to go to that. That's why we still hope that, I don't know how can we bring the trust back to the community.
Do you think that you have some responsibility as an organization, the National Association of School Governing Bodies, to reach out to that community, to perhaps caution, to warn them that cool heads here must prevail, in spite of the fact that these allegations are so heinous?
Of course. As an organization, we are responsible to mobilize the parents. And we always talk about the parents. Our constituency is school governing body within the school. I talked of the school community, but however we reach out to the general public.
So do you plan to do so in this particular case? Or have you done so already?
We have with the first phase we were there with the MEC of Education, talking to the parents and say we are happy that such things you are starting to report them, because some of these things, if parents do not report them, this heinous incidents will really be continuous within the community.
Are you satisfied with the response from the Education MEC?
No, we are realistic because they are on the matter. They are investigating the matter, and we are happy that they are doing what they're supposed to be doing. And I think they must further investigate beyond only these incidences. They must go beyond that.
Well, let's talk, and just in conclusion, going beyond that, some psychologists are saying, and I quote, the impact of the pupil's journey to healing is going to be made more difficult or almost impossible, given, as you've said, that it's 2 incidents following straight after each other to all intent and purposes. What support there needs to be given to this body of 87 pupils? How can they be helped in dealing with this particular issue?
Yeah, I think already the department has already started by providing support through the psychologist and all those things.
Is that enough?
No, it's not enough. It's not enough. I think as National Association of School Governing Body must also give support to the psychologist and the learners as well, and even their parents, by going to them and finding out what their extra needs could be, so that we can also, together with the department, provide that support.
And hopefully putting pressure on the department to make sure that this happens sooner rather than later.
Of course, that we have to do, that we are going to do, to ensure that now the department, because the department is entrusted with that institution as well. They must ensure that now there is amount of pressure to any other authority that is relevant to this issue.
Well, this is one story that we're not going to let rest. Thank you very much indeed, Matakanye from the National Association of School Governing Bodies.